and the Lord shall utter his voice before his army. For his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it?
If you keep my on camera, I'm looking crazy.
No, you good, you good, you good.
Don't lose focus, right? We say, if you keep my commandments, I'm gonna bless you. But if you break my commandments, this is what's gonna happen. Verse 15, it says, and that all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you. So he said, if you keep my commandments, I'm gonna bless you. If you break my commandments, I'm gonna curse you. Right? So do you know what happened? Did the Israelites, did they keep God's commandments or did they break them?
No, they broke them.
Right. So let's see what happened to the Israelites when they broke God's commandments to see who is this people talking about today. So this is the first curse. It says, cursed shalt thou be in this city. So when you look at any nation of people,
any state
in the world today, what nation of people is cursed in the city? Let's look at. Hold on. She said, hold on.
I feel like the black.
Right. Hold on. Listen. Let me make it. Hold on. Let me make it plain. When you look at any city, say Chicago. I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
This brother, he from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
This brother from Long Beach, California.
Okay.
When you look at, right, we from all over. So when you look at these cities, right, Chicago, LA,
North Carolina.
We all from, y'all from Raleigh, Durham.
Yeah, we from a small town not far from here.
Right. But when you look at these cities, what people is cursing the city? What people is living in the ghettos, the projects, right, doing drive-bys on each other, and gang violence,
banging, selling drugs, prostituting sisters. Listen,
Yeah,
you gotta
I see
listen.
what he's saying though.
But you gotta listen though.
That's not a curse.
That's not a curse. The condition.
Hold on, is living in the projects, that's not a curse?
I don't know, I wouldn't say.
Now you gotta look at the condition now. Talking about
He's
the
talking, I'm gonna keep listening.
But how is that not a curse?
I see what he's trying to get.
What's a curse to you? What's your curse? What's your definition of a curse?
Wait, I just want to keep listening.
Okay, well, we trying to dialogue this. So the Lord said the Israelites gonna be cursed in the city. So I said, when you look at any city, what people is cursed? What people getting shot down? Right. So is that cursing? Yes or no?
I see what you're getting.
If I'm walking down the street, one of my own brothers pull up on me and do a drive-by on me, and I got blue on, he got red on.
Gang banging.
Is that not a curse? That's a curse, right?
Yeah.
Yes, no, is that?
We get what you're saying. We get what
Right,
y'all
you see what I'm
getting.
saying?
You gotta think about it.
We get what y'all saying.
So who is that talking? That's talking about, like the sister said, that's talking about us. That don't happen to the Japanese people. Japanese, where I come from, ain't no Japanese man living in the hood with me.
Okay.
The only people that was living in the hood with me is so-called black people, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Haitians, Trinidadians, Jamaicans. That's who live in the hood with me. Ain't no white
Me
boy.
too.
Ain't no
Chicago, New York.
New York,
okay.
yeah.
Right.
Fact.
What
ain't
part
no
in New York?
Brooklyn.
What part?
Delphi Stuyvesant.
right.
Chauncey Street. Ralph Avenue.
He getting down to it.
Flatbush. Brownsville.
The video.
Yeah.
Right.
All that.
So like we saying, it wasn't no Chinese or Japanese people in my hood. So now let's look at the next curse. It say, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. So what nation of people was cursed in the field? When you think about when you think about when you think about being in the field, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Goodness. Don't pay attention to that. That's Satan. That's Satan trying to take away the word.
And he Mexican too.
Right. So when you
He said something 23 something. Chapter something.
So listen up. Right. So when you think about being in the field, what people was in the field? What people was cursed in the field? During what time? Slavery, right? Because in the fields, right, we was the chains, right? They was hanging us from trees. They was whipping our backs. They was castrating the men. You got to think about this stuff. He said cursed in the field. Do you know back during the slavery times, they would take our children and feed them to alligators?
Make alligator belts, alligator shoes.
Let me ask you a question. Do y'all got children? If y'all had children, imagine watching your child getting fed to it.
You couldn't do nothing about it. That's what happened to our forefathers, our ancestors.
Right. Imagine watching your husband getting tied to a tree and set on fire, getting burned alive.
That really happened to our people.
Right. Imagine, like I said,
it still happens.
Right.
But they tell us to forget about it.
Right.
Now they give you, a nice Benz.
Right.
Now they give you can go to college now. You can stay in the high rise now. But you're still on the chain though.
Right. But you're right. They make it harder on them.
Let's finish these curses, right? So like I said, that's being cursed in the city, being cursed in the field. That's only talking about one people. But let's read some more of these curses, right? I'm going to jump down to verse 32. It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. So what nation of people had their children taken away from them and given to somebody else? Did that happen to the Chinese man? No, that happened to us. Like I said, during slavery, you would be working on a plantation in Mississippi, right? So you had children, the slave master, he could take your children and he could send them to the plantation in Alabama, and you can't see your kids no more. You can't, hold on, you can't go to the slave master and be like, look, master, please, can I keep my children? You're like, no. I'm gonna send your son to Texas, I'm gonna send your daughter to Alabama. And you in Mississippi, you don't know your children.
Virginia, everywhere.
Right? So who did that happen to? Even today, when you look at our people today, if the so-called white man, if he feel like you ain't taking care of your children, he can call CPS. They can come to your home and they can put right foster care, right? So who's that talking about? This, remember, the Lord is talking to who? But who are the children of Israel, right? So let me read some more. Verse 46. It says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder. So the Lord said these curses will be upon the Israelites for a sign. What is a sign? If I look at that sign down the street, it says the Carolina Ale House, right? So what is that sign doing? Right, it's identifying something. Because if it didn't have that sign, how would we know that's the Ale House? We wouldn't know. So we wouldn't know who the Israelites are if we didn't have these curses as signs. So the Lord said, whatever nation of people fit these curses in this Bible.
Oh, so you saying we did?
We fit the curses.
We're not saying, hold on, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just reading the Bible.
Bible said.
We just reading the Bible. You tell us, right?
But can't you can psychologically put that curse on yourself if you're not
Keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
Hold on,
if you're just not spiritually.
So, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So let's read some more.
That last part.
And upon thy seed forever.
See, that's your children. That's that generational curses.
So let's look at this. Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with gratefulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies. So the Lord said he gonna make the Israelites serve their enemies, right? Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. So the Lord said the Israelites gonna have to serve another nation of people in hunger. So when y'all hungry, right? Where do you have to go? Restaurant, store. So if you hungry, you want to go to McDonald's, Burger King, you want to go to grocery store, Walmart, Food Line. Who owns these corporations? White people, right? We own these corporations. We gotta go to these corporations to get food, right? So the Lord said he gonna make us serve our enemies in hunger. So you said the white man, the one that owned these corporations, what did the Lord call him? What? Oh, enemies. Oh, right. See? Is that, hold on, is that not true?
That's true though.
That's true, right?
Okay, I true though.
So hold on. You know, it get way better
It's
than
real deep though.
right? So it says,
You gotta study that Bible.
he said he
It's a
will make us
lifeline.
serve our enemies in hunger. Right? And y'all can read along to say, hey, we bring this out and people say we lying. They say, wait a minute, that's not in the Bible. The pastor, he ain't show me that in the church. They're not gonna show you this in the church.
They paid not to.
They get paid.
Not to.
Right. We don't get paid for this. Ain't nobody give me a paycheck and
How do y'all come out here?
we out here every
Friday.
weekend. Right, every Friday,
Then
Saturday.
Tomorrow we're gonna be at Moore Square Park.
Right, we're gonna be up the street at Moorsport Park
Downtown, right?
from 2 p.m. to sundown. So we don't get paid to come out here and do this, right? Ain't nobody give me a paycheck and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come out here Friday night. We don't do it, right? So, where we at? Verse 47, verse 48. It says, and the hunger and the thirst. So even when you thirsty, right, you gotta pay a water bill. You want Gatorade, you want Deer Park, you want Pepsi. We don't own those corporations. The white man owns them, right?
To the word corporation.
Right?
Not no little small corner store. Corporations, big corporations.
Right. And like you said, it get deeper and deeper. So we said we gotta serve our enemies in hunger and their thirst. So food, water, let's see what else. And nakedness. That's talking about our clothing, right? Because where do y'all get that clothing you got? Where you get it from?
From the white company.
Right, one company, right? Because we don't own. What you got on some Nikes? Brother got on some Jordans. We don't own it. See, Jordan, he a black man. He got his name on the shoes,
He
but
don't own Nike.
he don't own it.
You don't own
He
it.
got his name on it, but he don't own it. He got his logo on there, but he don't own it. Right? We don't own.
We'll buy
We
it.
don't own Gucci. We don't own Louis Vuitton. We don't own.
But we support it.
Right? We don't own Versace. Right? You might see a so-called black business where they sell T-shirts or something, but even to get the fabrics,
Small scale.
even to get the fabrics, they gotta go to the so-called white man to get it. Right? We don't own Nikes and Adidas. We don't own that. Right? So and hunger and thirst and nakedness, and let's get to this part. And want of all things. So just think about it. When you wake up in the morning, right? That bed that you land in, where did you get that bed from? The sheets and the blankets, the pillows that you land on, where you get it from? When you get up, hold on. When you get up and you go in the bathroom and you brush your teeth, where you get the toothbrush and the toothpaste from? When you wash your face, where you get the rag, where you get the soap from? When you want a driver's license, who you gotta go to? When you want to buy a house, who you gotta go to? If you want a college degree, who you gotta go to? If you want a job, who do you have to go to? The Lord said we gotta serve our enemies and want of all things. Right? Hey, I can't go to this brother and be like, hey, can you employ me with a job? We can't do that. I gotta go to these people and they have to employ me with a job.
Maybe on a small scale.
Right.
We on a small scale.
Right.
They on a higher
But
scale.
who's they enemy?
Who's they enemy?
If they are enemies, who would that make us? We their enemies too. Right? Only, like the sister said, what happened last week in Buffalo. Why did that white boy shoot us down? Because obviously we got to be his enemies, right? You ain't going to shoot down your friends.
Y'all know what's crazy?
Right.
I actually seen this post. I don't know how true it is, but I seen this post. His family said that this was like his mental and stuff was messed up due to COVID.
No,
Through the COVID, yeah.
But-
That's what they
but check
say.
this out.
That's their defense.
Hold on, but check
That's
this
the
out.
defense
Check
they
this
gonna
out,
do.
though.
It's everything.
Have y'all,
Yeah, COVID, everything.
hold on,
Right.
check this out.
They
Check
gonna
this
use
out.
that.
That's what they saying, but check this out. Don't you know that they arrested him and they went to his house, they found a 180-page manifesto about how he wrote out his plan on how he was gonna do it. So how is he mentally special when he wrote out what he was gonna do? And in the first 2 pages, he put how he had a high IQ score. So he said, look, whatever I'm finna do, this I'm not retarded. I understand fully what I'm finna do. He was fully conscious of when he did that, right? So let's finish this off, right? So remember, we gotta serve.
We gotta go home, y'all.
All right. Yeah, we finna leave out too.
Okay.
So he said we gotta serve our enemy in food, water, shelter, anything that we need or want, right? But listen to this part. Matter of fact, can y'all pull up an image on y'all phone real quick? Pull up,
I got King James Version Bible.
I got a Bible on my phone.
Yeah, no, I need somebody to pull up an image. Can you pull up yokes of iron? Oh, you got a phone? Pull up yokes
You
of
got a
iron.
KJV Bible?
I got a Bible on my phone.
Get one. Buy you one and buy you one.
Oh, I got one at
This
home.
right here.
Yeah, you can get one.
This the King James.
You can get one from anywhere. You can go to Walmart and get it.
Get it. This is serious. Get it and study it. Follow us on YouTube. This
It's
is
like,
serious.
what I do is I do it in parts. Like, whatever, like, if I wake up in the middle of the night, say I wake up in the middle of the night, randomly, I just click on whatever, like, God tells me to click on. So I just study that part. Like, I may do it for, like, 3 days or a week or something like that. But until I get it down pat,
But see, you're gonna have to get up on the elders that teach our women, elders, sisters, brothers, so you'll have they can give you a clear understanding of what you read. If you just reading, you don't know what you're reading. But if you got elders, like he know what he's talking about. So he's young, but he's an elder. He'll be considered y'all elder because you know what he's talking about. You understand what I'm saying? And that doesn't take away from y'all, but it's just that he's well scripted. He know what he's talking about. He's not gonna lead y'all wrong. He's not gonna give y'all no false information.
Alright, so let's finish these curses off, right? So the Lord said He gonna make the Israelites serve their enemy food, water, shelter, everything they need. But let's see what else. Verse 48. He says, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. Now listen to this part. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. So this enemy was going to put a yoke of iron upon the Israelites' neck.
He did.
Who had chains on their neck? Who had yokes of iron on their neck?
That's our
Hold on,
forefathers.
she said Jesus, but what people did this happen to? During slavery, right? Wait a minute. The Lord said the Israelites will have yokes of iron on their neck.
Prophecy.
So if this happened to our people, and the Lord said He talking about the Israelites, who are these people? Who are the blacks? But what did the Lord call them? That's right. Because this can't be talking about nobody else. And remember, the Lord said your enemy was going to do this to you. Who put yokes of iron on our neck during slavery? Say it again. So who, again, I'm going to ask you again. Who are our enemies? Hey, that's plain and simple.
Remember that movie?
And their name is Esau. So when you hear Esau
You remember
and Edom, Edomites, they Caucasian people. Have you ever seen it? Yeah, Esau is an Edomite. It's a Caucasian people. Have you ever seen a white person before in your life?
One thing about
Yeah, show me.
when this movie came out in
Show
the
me
70s,
one.
I think I was in
Right there.
Where?
Walking in that blue.
every school movie coming.
Uh-huh.
This is Gulu right here?
With the skirt on.
What's your shirt right there?
White.
Okay, what color is it? Yeah. Your shirt is white. And what color is he?
He 10. And I found out it was 10.
Pinkish red.
Oh, pinkish red. All right. Just call him pinkish red.
He's not white. Your shirt is white. Right? So we've been deceived. You're not black. You're brown skin. You're a pecan tan.
That's what the
So why
Bible
we
says.
call ourselves black? I'm a brown skin brother. You know what I'm saying? But now I know who I am. I'm an Israelite. You know who you are. You're an Israelite. You're an Israelite. You see what I'm saying? So be proud of that. Don't be calling yourself B-I-T-C-H. Don't call her no B-I-T-C-H. You don't call her no B-I-T-C-H. You don't call her Nexus to that. You don't allow them to do that to you. You let them call you by your name. Because see, it becomes a fad. And everybody laugh and giggle. No, you don't want to be called that. Because somebody else call you that, then you're ready to fight. But you already open up the door. You see what I'm saying? So that's respecting yourself. Give respect, respect is due.
So that's what we saying, right? So we said the enemy was going to put a yoke of iron on your neck. It says until we have destroyed it, right? Because like the brother said, now we destroyed it. Now they divided
Why we
us.
doing what we doing?
They divided us and conquered us. Because now look, we the same people. But if back in the day, if you would have asked me what's my nationality, I would have said African American. So this sister just said she Trinidadian. But we the same people. So how we calling ourselves different things, but we the same people?
Divide and conquer. See how it works?
What did you call Trinidadian?
Benjamin. Benjamite.
Hold on. Yeah, we gonna get to that. But we gonna finish this off. So verse 49.
Tribe of Benjamin.
It says the Lord shall bring a nation against thee. Let's bring this up.
So last verse.
Last one. Oh, all right. So let's jump to this.
Give us something. Yeah, you gotta
What
get
is
us out.
you?
Huh?
What are you? What's your father?
My father.
We gonna hold off on that.
I heard what y'all said.
What is your
African American.
Right.
Okay, so you from the tribe of Judah.
Right. So
You
listen.
from the tribe of Judah, you from the tribe of Benjamin.
What did you say? The tribe of
Tribe
what?
of Judah.
Judah. I see it on your thing.
Right. So let's bring this out real quick. So since we gonna read this last one, we gonna know who for a fact who this talking about.
Okay.
So you can pull up this picture too if you want. Right? So this is the last curse that the Lord put in him, right? So this Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. Right? It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. So now look, remember, this during the time of the Exodus. The Lord just gave Moses the power to deliver the Israelites out of Egypt. You remember the story of Moses when he split the Red Sea and they walked across the sea? So what was the Israelites doing in Egypt? Under Pharaoh. Why did Moses have to deliver the Israelites? What was they doing in Egypt? They were slaves. Remember that the Pharaoh and the Egyptians, they had the Israelites in slavery. Who you
They
think?
made them white. In the movie, they made them white.
Oh
But
wait,
the
is that
Egyptians,
about like how God took away their color from them? You talking about that? Or nah?
that was Aaron and Marion.
So basically what he's saying, because remember during the time of when you read about Genesis and Exodus, Pharaoh and the Egyptians had the Israelites in slavery. Like, who you think built all the pyramids over there? They made us build them, right? So the Lord delivered the Israelites out of Egypt. But one of the curses, he said, I'm going to bring you back into Egypt. So if the Lord said he's going to bring the Israelites back into Egypt, and they were slaves in Egypt, what is he really saying? I'm going to bring you back into what? Into slavery, right? So let's read this. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. So how did we get to America? How did your people get to Trinidad? How did our people get to Haiti? So show them that picture.
It's in the Bible.
Who was that talking about? Who was on slave ships?
That's us.
The Lord said he go put the Israelites. The Lord said the Israelites are going to slavery on slave ships.
Acting there like Saudi.
Right?
We the
That's us.
It's plain and simple.
Preacher don't tell you that,
Right?
though.
It's not rocket
It's a
science.
hidden agenda.
Right? So
you gotta study that.
You gotta study
right.
it.
So she want to get up out of here.
No, I'm sorry. I looked at my phone. I got a text from
I
my
know.
dad. I'm funny.
Okay, so we ain't gonna make Dad mad, right? We can give you one more. Right, so let's finish this off. We're gonna give you one more. So, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. So did that word enemy go? Who was we sold to when we came to this land? Right. For bond men and bond women, that just means slave men and slave women. And no man shall buy thee. That means no man was gonna save you. Because then Martin Luther King tried to save us. Then Malcolm X tried to save us. Then Huey Newton and the Black Panthers tried to save us. But we in the same condition. Because the Lord said, right? The Lord said we only had one Savior. Right? Yeah, the Lord, but he gonna send his son back who you know is Jesus Christ. He is our ultimate Savior. Right? That's why, and when you read Matthew, when Christ was born, they said he gonna come back and save his people. That's possessive. He didn't say he coming back to save our people. Right? He coming back to save his people. Because Christ, he was the Israelite from the tribe of Judah. So who is his people? His people are the Israelites. Right? So I'm gonna read you this one verse, because when you first came up and I asked you about what happened in Buffalo, and I said, can I show you according to the Bible why that happened? You was like, show me, right? So we gonna show you. That's one of the curses, right? So this Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 25 is one of the curses. And the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten. Do you know what the word smitten means? That's an old English word that means to be killed, to be destroyed, right? And the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten or destroyed or killed before thine enemies. So again, who is our enemies? Not only the white people, but all these other nations, right? But mainly the white people, like you said. So the Lord said one of the curses is he gonna cause us to be destroyed before our enemies. What happened last week in Buffalo? Ain't that little white boy, ain't he our enemy? Wasn't we killed? The Lord said we gonna be smitten before our enemies. That young white boy came in there by himself and killed a whole store full of so-called black people. That's being smitten before your enemy. That's a curse that the Lord put upon us.
You said you read the Bible, right? What color is Jesus Christ? What's his complexion?
He like tan brown.
Okay, so who does this other cracker Jesus they give us? Caesar Borgia. Pull him up. And he's gonna come up. The one that's in your grandmother's house? Yeah, his name is Caesar Borgia. He's not Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is a revelation. It's the reveal.
I'll show you that real quick.
And this is the last one we're gonna let you. We're gonna show you. This is it. This is it. This is important. This is important. This is real important.
Okay, you gotta get it.
All right, this is it. This is the last one.
So look,
It's very important.
The cards we gave y'all, we got our YouTube channel on the back. You gotta subscribe to that YouTube
We gonna
channel.
look at it seriously. We said that we'll listen y'all.
And if y'all be
I'm
out
not
here,
gonna steer y'all wrong, because you know what we could be doing? We could be trying to get with you. But no, we trying to enlighten y'all sisters. And we want y'all to do right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give y'all some good information so you can travel throughout your life with it. You know what I'm saying?
this right, what you see right now,
It's crazy.
we ain't gonna show you for time's sake, because I know y'all gotta go. But this is prophecy coming to pass right now. The Lord said in the last days He gonna send His true servants out here on the streets.
Living in the last days.
Right.
And we know that for a
Like I
fact. We
said,
know that.
we could be out here doing anything. I could be getting drunk tonight.
selling drugs. I could be in the
I could be getting high tonight.
Getting high.
I could be getting drunk.
Looking like him.
Hold on, look, I could be trying to
When we trying with my pants down.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
We could be doing anything. We could be doing a job out
We
right
trying to wake up our people.
Right. We sincerely love our people.
We
Gotta
once
be
was out
woke,
there.
though, when he
Look, we
comes.
once was like that. All of us right here, we was in the street. But the Most High, He spared our life. We repented, and now we teaching the
I
Bible.
feel like that's what he's trying to do to me. He's trying to like separate me from everybody.
And that's
So
what
I
you need to do.
Hey,
and if
and
He's
it-
trying
hey,
to do that,
Hold
you
on.
need to take heed.
Hold on.
See,
Hey, that's the spirit.
I know
that's the
that.
spirit.
Because the Lord said, hold on.
This right here is no good.
Hold
for
on,
you.
because I
Young sisters.
Hey, she said she feel like the Lord trying to separate her. What did the Lord say? He said the Israelites are what? A holy people. The word holy means set apart. You're supposed to be
You
set.
speaking
right?
spiritual. You got to action that.
But let's
Got to
finish
put it in
this.
action.
Right.
We hear y'all. We hear y'all. We hear y'all.
Let's get this last thing. We don't want y'all to hold y'all up. So this the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation or the revealing of Jesus Christ. Right? So we gonna show you what Christ looked like according to the Bible. We go jump to verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool. So when you look at any nation of
got
people,
woolly hair?
who got wool? Today they would call it natural. They say you
I
got
know
The
that.
locks,
Yeah, I
you
know.
got the locks, but you got it's wood.
Well, y'all know you.
So the sister, they want the straight, blonde, crackhead, dog head. Why? You got beautiful hair. You got beautiful hair. Why you put a stitches? Why you wear wigs? For what? You beautiful. You beautiful already. So you added on. Matter of fact, you taking away when you put that dog head in your head.
So we said Christ had white woolly hair. So he had like an afro, kind of like mine, right? So it says his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. Now this is the most important part. His feet and your feet. Say you had sandals on or flip flops. I look at your feet gonna be the same color as the rest of your body, right? So let's read this. It says, and his feet like unto fine brass. What color is brass?
Dark. It's like brown.
Brown, right? As if they burn and they furnace. So it said not only was he brown, but he was so brown it looked like he got burnt in the furnace. So he would be like my color. Right? And in the book of Hebrews, it tell you that Christ, he came from the tribe of Judah, like the brother explained. It's the same tribe that you come from, the same tribe I come from.
So what's Benjamin? Like that's different or something like that?
Right.
You part of the tribe.
So, well,
Like dang, I ain't part of
you
this
good.
gang.
see, look, she trying to get out of here, but she keep asking questions. She gonna have to say her night. Look, we really encourage y'all.
seriously.
I don't know what y'all doing tomorrow. But we gonna be at Moore Square Park. The address on that card we gave y'all. We out here every Friday. Usually every Friday around 8 o'clock. We at Moore Square Park. I don't know if y'all know where that's at. But we out there. We out there usually every Saturday at 2 p.m. If y'all ain't doing nothing tomorrow, we strongly encourage y'all to come out. And all the questions that you're asking right now, we can answer that tomorrow.
What about the group chat?
But we definitely gonna follow y'all on YouTube.
Yeah. What about the group
We
chat?
really
You know what?
enjoy listening to
It
y'all.
has to happen up in Buffalo.
It's gonna happen.
It happen here. Y'all shouldn't be out by yourself. You're too young to be out by yourself. Have a man with you whenever you go out. Go on Amazon and get a taser, get a gun, get something.
We gotta
have some protection.
Get your gun permit.
We
What you
already
got?
protected. Don't. Yeah, we already protected.
She's strapped up, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, like I said, we strongly encourage y'all to come out.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't doing
Follow
nothing
us.
wrong.
Seriously.
Technically, because like the brother said, we got to judge righteous judgment. Technically, today is the Lord's Sabbath.
So there's the
So
shot.
you're not supposed to be buying and selling, you're not supposed to be working. So
Well, I thought it was Sunday.
that's what they tell you in the church.
I actually heard that
white
before.
man.
though.
When you
That's
look
a
at,
white man teaching.
hold on,
I did hear
when you look on the calendar, what's the first day of the week?
Sunday.
Right, but the Lord said the 7th day is the Sabbath.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
As far as
No buying,
like
selling.
work week sometimes. Yeah.
But we know if we still in captivity. So we know if you have to work, you gotta work. We understand. You know what I'm saying? But if you could get out of it, get out of it.
So we gonna tell you straight up. I'm kind of straightforward. Y'all know y'all ain't doing nothing tomorrow.
No, I actually do have to work tomorrow. I actually do. Yeah.
Both of y'all.
Actually, I do.
Look,
We'll be out there tonight.
But we really are taking what y'all saying. Yeah.
Take it serious though.
We are.
Seriously, take it seriously because y'all could be the next leaders, girls, as far as girls. Y'all could teach the women. You see what I'm saying? Y'all can't teach no man, but y'all can teach. You might have another girl, and she could be going off. And you be like, yo, sis, don't do that. Don't disrespect yourself. Cover yourself up. Cover yourself up, sis. I'm telling you that. Just
Y'all said it better than him. So yeah.
just respectfully. You know what I'm saying? I know you want to look nice. There's nothing wrong with looking nice. But when you're showing your body part, you're going to draw attention to yourself, unwanted attention. And when it happens, it might not happen right now. But when it happens, it might happen in a terrible way.
you know how many how many black women is reported coming up missing every single year?
That's why.
You know it's over 60,000 black women that come up missing.
And always stay together.
In America.
Two of y'all.
We do that. We don't go nowhere by ourselves.
Always together.
I'm going to, like you said, like, be strong to encourage y'all.
Yeah.
We know y'all probably got to work
Read that
hard,
Bible,
but
all that.
you got to go to your boss. We going to tell you.
We might see y'all again. Y'all
Yeah.
never know. We may see
I'm gonna
y'all
tell
again.
people to suck up.
Yes, we are.
Y'all gotta go to your boss and say, look, I'm an Israelite. I can't work on Saturday.
You gotta respect that. You gotta respect it.
Tell you real talk. Like
Hey, they
say,
do
real
it.
talk.
Hey, look, hold on.
Unexpected.
They do it for the Jewish people. They do it for the Arabs. Hey, the Jewish people, they come and say, look, it's my Sabbath day. I'm not working. Right? They say that, and they respect that. They say, okay, we ain't gonna let you work on Saturday. So they gotta do the same thing for us. We the real Jews. Them people that's in Israel right now, they the fake Jews. That's why they call themselves Jewish. You know what the suffix ISH means?
Wannabe.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
No, right. So look, these people say they Jewish, right? So if I say sis right now, you acting kind of boyish. Am I actually calling you a boy?
You saying I'm acting kind of boyish, like kinda.
You acting like a boy.
You acting like a boy.
You're not a
They
boy.
saying they Jewish. What are they really telling you?
They acting like a Jew.
Right? They trying to act like
Trying to
a
act like us.
So that's just a deception that they put out there. Right? So these people know they're not the real Jews. Christ was a Jew. But what did Christ look like? What do we just read out the Bible? He looked like us. Right? So, like you said, you know y'all gotta work. You gotta tell your boss, look, we can't work on Saturdays, man. We'll work on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Y'all know what?
Wednesday.
I'm going to tell my boss that tomorrow. I'm not.
All
I'm going to tell
praise,
my
man. Get a
boss
sister
that
down.
tomorrow. I'm going to tell her. I can't work on Saturdays. You
gotta respect it.
I'm going to
Yeah,
tell her.
praise.
I'm tell her.
But subscribe to us. If you can come down here and see us, because we got brothers all over.
We see y'all, y'all gonna remember us.
Yeah, we gonna remember you.
All right, we actually might. My name is Anaya.
Anaya, I'm Zion Gabar.
If we see y'all.
Okay.
I'm Zion
Y'all
Gabar.
gonna see us again.
Okay.
Y'all see us again.
I didn't think y'all was gonna come over here because I was
Maybe
waiting
not
y'all
tomorrow.
over here.
Maybe not
Y'all kept
tomorrow.
going. I told you to them.
No,
But I'm glad y'all came over here.
Yeah, we didn't know what y'all was trying to do. Y'all just on the way. We don't be on the other
Right. But I'm glad y'all came through here. This is a powerful message. Take heed to it. Really take heed to it.
It was so nice to meet y'all, honestly.
All right, thank you. Nice meeting you.
Thank you for the
All right.
That's it.
Y'all will see us
Y'all get
next
y'all
Friday.
Y'all get home safe. Y'all on your way home.
Next Friday.
Go home.
Never know.
So y'all can get home safe. All right.
It can happen to y'all, but don't let it.
Right.
All
Y'all
sisters.
be safe.
All right.
Y'all
All right.
too. Praises. So wake up the lost sheep, man. Hey, that's a blessing. All these sisters was walking past all night, half naked, getting drunk. Hey, what did that sister say? She said she wanted to show us her chest and all that. That's madness, man. Our people, our women, we gotta come back and get out of that wicked spirit, man. That damn Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion spirit, man. Don't no real man want a woman that's dressed like a damn slut, man. We need our woman to be calmly and delicate, and be modest, right? Just like our foremothers, right? So, hey, all praises to the Yahawah by Hashem YAHAWAH'S. We Yahawah's camp, right? We out here on the streets on Glenwood Ave, Raleigh, North Carolina. We out here to wake up the lost sheep of the house of Israel, right?
I'm glad they take you.